Hey, what is going on YouTube? It is Old Psycho. I'm back with another video, and finally I'm going to be talking about Bleach. So it's been a while since I've talked about Bleach on this channel. Actually, it's been a long while, and dude, let me tell y'all, so like the support for this video has been crazy. I did not expect it to get over 12,000 views. I never even imagined any of my videos would like get up to that amount. And then the comments were super encouraging too. They was like, oh, wait till you get to the Arrancar arc and 1,000-year blood war, you're gonna love it. So glad that I'm so glad that you're not succumbing to your illness anymore, being a Narutard. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm still a Narutard. I probably, this is a terminal illness, guys. I'm gonna die with this illness. It's not going away. I will forever be a Narutard, but that doesn't mean that I can't enjoy other things, you know, before my time is up on this planet. So, and so far, guys, like, Bleach has been one of my favorite things that I have watched this year, and I would say, like, above every single show I watched, like, when it comes to the Penguin, you know, other animes such as, like, Konosuba, fucking Overlord and stuff like that. These are anime that are, like, pretty much, like, on the newer side, but I still enjoy Bleach a lot more. And I think it's probably because I stopped watching the anime. So here's what happened. So I was watching the anime all the way through the Soul Society arc. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it was kind of a drag. There was a lot of exposition, and I feel like the pacing was just so slow, dude. It was so fucking slow, and like it picked up during the Soul Society, but even before that, it was like this is a lot of talking. It was just like so fucking boring to me, you know what I'm saying? And like, maybe that's just my problem with older anime. So when it comes to like Naruto, the pacing for that anime is like super slow. Like, I can't really get through a lot of Naruto without getting fucking bored out of my fucking mind. And I'll give you an example. So I've been rewatching Naruto for quite some time, and we got to the Gaara rescue arc, right? And the pacing for that specific part of the story is just so fucking bad. And even when you go back to the first part of Naruto, there's just so many parts where the way the episode was structured is like there was replaying a lot of scenes through flashbacks. They kept like slowing down the story just so they can explain shit, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't like a good time. And when it came to Shippuden, it's like it slowed down even more. Like, there was so many moments, like when Kakashi was about to fight Itachi and stuff like that, when he pulled out during the Gaara rescue arc, there was a segment where they're literally just fucking staring at each other, dude. They're literally just fucking staring at each other. It was just so annoying. And there was so many flashbacks to the first part of Naruto, like, hey, remember this, remember that, remember this. It was just like reused animation from those episodes just so that they could save time, so you could keep coming back for later episodes. And I'm skipping through all of these. I'm skipping through all of them. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, this is 1 week of television. Imagine waiting for this shit week to week. And I was at one point. It's just like, as a Narutard, it's like we kind of forget our experiences watching that anime. We only remember the really big moments, like Rock Lee dropping his weights, fucking Naruto versus Pain, Naruto versus Sasuke, and stuff like that. We remember those huge moments in the anime, but never all the stuff that we had in between. You know, there was a lot of time, a lot of exposition. Actually, not even a lot of exposition, just a lot of padding and shitty pacing in between those godlike moments. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Bleach kind of has some of that too. You know, and sometimes to a worse degree, sometimes to not as bad. So when it came to watching the anime after the Soul Society arc, there was a little bit of downtime, and I'm like, okay, this is okay. We're back in school, you know, because this is something that's just gonna have to happen with Ichigo. He's gonna have to go back to school at some point. But they start talking about ghosts, and like the story gets weird and shit like that. And then basically the bounce arc happened, guys. I was watching through the bounce arc, and it was so unbearable. I couldn't get through it, and a lot of people were suggesting that I just go through the manga. A lot of people were suggesting that, and that's exactly what I did. And I started going through the manga. It was a way better experience than I could ever imagine. I was reading along with my friends who their experience through Bleach was the anime, and they're looking at what I'm seeing in the manga. They're like, wait a minute, some characters are different here. when it came to Kon wasn't in the story as much. Ichigo's dad wasn't in the story as much, and Orihime was a lot more important in the manga than she was in the anime. It's almost like in the anime they kind of went for a more stereotypical approach when it came to Orihime's character. And guys, this is just what I've heard. I haven't seen all this in the anime. This is just what people have been telling me. They kind of took a stereotypical approach to Orihime, like they had her be a focus for fan service and had her be like a damsel in the anime. Whereas for the manga, she felt very important. It felt like a lot of these characters in Bleach have complexity to them. You know what I'm saying? And Naruto has that too, right? I experienced seeing that in Naruto, but I feel like a lot of those characters, especially Naruto and Sasuke, are pushed to the extreme, and they're not as relatable as a lot of the characters in Bleach. When I was going through like the downtime after the Soul Society arc, we see Ichigo returning home to Karakura Town, and life is normal. You know, he has homework, family dinners, and he's a fucking teenager. Ichigo is probably the most relatable protagonist out of the big three because he acts like a real teenager, and he's going through that burden of being a protector, you know. And this is what makes Ichigo's character very intriguing to me. And I do remember people criticizing this about Bleach back then, where they were saying, oh, all he talks about is his friends, like he has no motivation of his own rather than protecting his friends. But when you look at his character and his lifestyle, he is an older brother, he takes care of his dad and stuff like that. He has the role of the protector, so of course he's going to assume that responsibility when it comes to his friends and people he cares about. That just makes sense. I've met people like that in real life. So Ichigo to me seems like a very believable and a very like realistic character, minus all the fucking, you know, Soul Reaper shit. You know, this fucking guy Shinji pops up with his weird ass grin and a mask and stuff like that. He's saying a lot of cryptic shit about Ichigo's inner hollow spiraling out of control and stuff like that. And this sends Ichigo's whole mentality through a loop, because like he's like, holy shit, if I can't control this shit, I'm gonna kill my friends. We got Orihime and Chad trainer. They're coming to terms with their weaknesses, right? Because they kind of did get fucked up in the Soul Society arc, and they know that there are people way stronger than them. Orihime realizes that she can't really just be a healer. She wants to contribute more. She wants to do more, and I like that about her character. And meanwhile, this motherfucker Aizen, he is just plotting in the background. Aizen as a villain has been very great to watch in Bleach, and he starts talking about this thing called the Hogyoku. I think I said that right. He's trying to create an army of hollows fused with Soul Reaper powers, and from what I can understand, it's been a while since I read this, guys. This is back in like September. It's December at the time of recording this. So from what I know, he has some play in the Arrancar's existence, right? And it's a big difference from anything that we've seen before. They're like organized hollows, which is pretty cool. And honestly, like looking at the Arrancars and the Espadas and shit like that, it reminds me a lot of Organization 13 from Kingdom Hearts. Or I can probably say that Organization 13 will remind me of fucking the Arrancars, because I think the Arrancar shit, I think that shit came out first. This dude and this fucking guy, one of the Arrancars, Grimjow, he really fucking stands out. This guy has the sauce. Like when he enters the scene, he just takes over. He just takes over the whole fucking show. He leads a whole squad of Arrancars into Karakura Town just to fuck shit up, just to like show how strong he is. And his presence immediately it changes the whole tone of the arc, right? And in this first fight, it's fucking brutal. Ichigo, even with his Bankai and Getsuga Tensho, it does fucking nothing to this guy. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is happening? Grimjow completely decimates Ichigo. So after that, Ichigo decides to train with the visitors and stuff like that. Yeah, I think this is cool. I think this is really cool. Ichigo decides to isolate himself from the rest of his friends so he could further his growth in protecting them and stuff like that. Or he may, well, I'm not gonna call it a sacrifice, but I mean, I guess you can kind of see it as a betrayal, kind of, but it was an act of pure love for her friends, and especially for Ichigo. Like there was a scene that happened where she's like leaving and she's trying to say goodbye to Ichigo and stuff like that. He's like sleeping and shit, and there's like a whole confession scene, and I'm like, dude, this is great. This is great fucking content, and I'm hearing that was different in the show, or like that wasn't even in the show or some shit. I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comment section below. But all I know is that this moment was fucking heat. So many great character moments in this arc. As for Uyu, like a lot of cool stuff with his character doesn't really come up until a little bit later. Actually, no. He was there was something that was happening with his dad. From what I remember, he was like training with his dad, and because like Uyu is a fucking Quincy, so his training is very much different, and I guess you could say separate and isolated from the rest of his friends. You know, he has the obligation to be a Quincy and to do Quincy shit. So I think that part of his character is cool, and it kind of adds like a layer of tension between him and his father, because it's more of like a story of battling expectations and shit like that, which is real things that a teenager has to deal with. You know, one thing that I'm realizing with Bleach is that it has a lot of themes that could be relatable to what a teenager has to go through when it comes to identity, like how you should treat your friends and stuff like that. Because there was a moment like later on in the arc, I think it was like by the time they're trying to go Hueco Mundo, and I'll probably talk about that in another video, where Rukia she brings up the point to Ichigo, like, you're trying to do everything by yourself. Like, we know that you want to protect your friends and stuff like that. Like, we understand this. We know that's what you want to do. That's just what you are. But you're not considering that we want to protect you too. Like, we're your friends too. And that was just a sweet moment between Ichigo and Rukia. Like, it was so fucking cool. Like, just little moments like that make me really, really love Bleach. Like, the fights are really cool, but the characters, the character writing is just it makes my brain tremble. And with the villains, dude, the villains have so much personality. Like Grimjow, not even just him, like, even though he does stand out, like a lot of these guys, they have so much personality to them. They're so fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like Ukiura, he's such an intriguing character. Aizen's an intriguing character. They're not just one note villains. And I don't know what it was about Naruto. Like, Naruto had really cool villains, but there aren't any that really stick out to me in terms of how they're written as characters. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have cool abilities, they have cool powers, they look cool. Overall, they look cool, but in terms of their characterization and stuff like that, they're not really that interesting. Whereas with Bleach, like, these characters, not only do they look cool, Kubo, in my opinion, is probably the best artist among the big three. But with how he writes his characters, it's fucking top notch, and I love it. I fucking love it. So in the next video, I'm gonna be talking about Hueco Mundo. So I'll save that for another video, because I don't want this shit to go on too long. And I will say, like, as far as where I'm at with Bleach right now, like, I'm having a good time. I still gotta watch the movie. I didn't want to get too far in the manga, like, before I fucking forgot everything that happened in Hueco Mundo and in the Arrancar arc. I'm having a fucking blast going through Bleach, and I will say, like, right now, I think I enjoyed this story a lot more than Naruto. I think it's way better when it comes to the writing. I think the characters are better in terms of their writing, and I think the art style is way cooler too. So that's just my personal opinion. You guys can argue about that in the comment section below. I'm probably not going to touch that, but me personally, after what I've seen of Bleach, and after everything that I've seen from Naruto like 2 or 3 times, yeah, I gotta say that Bleach is, yeah, it's a lot more enjoyable time to go through, especially if you're reading the manga. It's such a whole different experience from watching the anime. Now, for the anime, I'll give that to Naruto. I will give that to Naruto. There's a lot more cooler moments. I think the pacing is like way better. Music's pretty good. I don't know about the openings. I think Bleach got that, but overall, the anime experience for Naruto is way better. Manga experience, I'll give that to fucking Bleach. Anything that I missed, I'll probably just mention it in the next video. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it off there. So let me know what you guys think about the Arrancar arc and Bleach. Please don't spoil shit for me. After Hueco Mundo, I still gotta get to the Aizen fight like at the end of this arc. It's gonna be a fucking blast. I can't wait. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all later. I'm a Bleach fan now. Goodbye.